Hey guys, how's it going? It is Smalls Gaming, and in today's video we're going to talk about my clanmates AK117 build. So this is the one clanmate I'm talking about, and here's his build right here. He uses the MIP barrel short, no stock, granulated grip, operator foregrip, and the OWC Legit tactical. Here's his MW11 build. Not going to be focusing on that. Shadow blade. He uses agile, but I put lightweight because it's very obvious that he wants more ADS speed and movement speed. Hardwired, alert, flashbang, and the thermite. He's a really good how do I say this? He's a really good play. Just kidding, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. He's pretty bad at the game. But other than that, let's go straight into the game. So we just made it into a quick match. So let's talk about the first attachment, which is going to be the no stock. So that increases your movement speed with your ADS speed, with also increasing your recoil, which makes it worse. It increases it by like 10%. And that's not that good, especially on the AK117, but he does have a few attachments. He does have one attachment out of few. And with the barrel short, it also increases your ADS speed and your movement speed, and it also increases your recoil by 10%. So that combined increases your recoil by like 20%, which is really bad, especially with the AK117 that has an unpredictable recoil. Next up is the laser tactical. So he does know his way around attachments, and this is one of the best attachments in the game by increasing your recoil, your ADS speed and your accuracy. And with the granulated grip, he also knows how to use that too. That's obviously one of the best grips you can possibly use for increasing accuracy. One of the best attachments. And next up we have the Ranger foregrip, which increases your recoil, which is not increases, decreases. And it also increases your accuracy, which is really good. But the thing is, this is a really bad attachment because it increases your ADS speed by 15%, which is really bad. So it makes it slower, and your movement speed by 10%. So if it didn't have these downsides, it would obviously be a good attachment, but it's not really that good due to the fact that it slows down the movement. So you're basically using no stock and the MIP barrel short for nothing, because you're basically using the Ranger foregrip, which is countering those movement and ADS speed buffs that you put on the gun, which isn't always something you want to be doing. And I would recommend some other attachments. Honestly, there's some attachments that I don't agree with, like the MIP barrel short and the Ranger foregrip. The Ranger foregrip is just one of the worst grips that you can possibly put on a gun, unless it's the QQ9. It has been tested and it makes the QQ9 really good, but on other guns it makes the gun way too slow. But this gun, I kind of struggled with it because of the ADS speed. You can definitely tell the movement speed was kind of fast, but the ADS speed was still kind of slow. So I think the only attachments I would switch would be the Ranger foregrip. I don't know about the MIP barrel short, but I think the no stock attachment is a really good attachment though. That's something that you need to use on the AK117. And the AK117 just feels like a super slow gun when you first use it. I've gotten Damascus, so I kind of know how this gun is. I obviously don't know how it works, but I definitely know the feel of it, and its ADS speed felt slow. But you can definitely tell it's the movement speed is there. The accuracy is honestly really good, and the Ranger foregrip honestly makes it so you can take long range fights. But the AK117 isn't really meant to be a long range rifle. Obviously it's an AR, but it's not going to be that effective because, especially in VR, it has a really big damage drop off, which makes it really bad. And obviously this is a multiplayer build. You can use this in VR, but I think this is mainly meant for a multiplayer build. But I think still it's a very bad gun to use at those long ranges. I would probably recommend the AK-24 if you want to fight long range, but yeah, the AK-117 is not a long range gun. Maybe mid range, but you're going to be struggling with that recoil there. And the AK-117 has gotten multiple nerfs over the past season, one being getting an unpredictable recoil pattern, which doesn't really make it effective. You can't really learn the recoil pattern and be good with it. And I played like 2 ranked matches with this, but I didn't do that good. But there was a lot of AK117 users that I encountered. It's probably because their aim was more on point than mine. And obviously the AK117 is not my sort of gun. Maybe it's my teammates, but it's definitely not mine. It didn't fit my playstyle. But other than that, let's get straight into what I would change about the gun. Okay, so we're gonna go into the build right here. So what I would change about all of this, I think out of everything, I would probably change one attachment, and that is the Ranger foregrip. So as you can see, the Ranger foregrip decreases your vertical recoil by 12.9% and your bullet spread accuracy, but with a 10% and 15% movement speed and ADS speed downside. But if we go over to the operator foregrip, this gives you 13% of vertical recoil, but it also decreases your ADS time. But this is much less. So the operator foregrip doesn't give you a movement speed nerf, but it does still give you that ADS speed nerf. But this one decreases it by 15 and this one by 8, so I would recommend putting that on. But other than that, I think this build is honestly really good. If anything, I would probably remove that barrel short, but it's not nothing too crazy. If you do want to remove it, I'd probably put a extended mag, probably the 40 round instead of the 48, because that does decrease your ADS speed by a bit. So here we are on a practice range, so let's test out the ADS speed. So the ADS speed is much faster. So look, it's much faster, and you can probably take long range fights. See, I still hit a lot of those shots back there. So see, this is a much better build with faster ADS speed, and there's not a movement speed nerf, so you basically move a lot faster than getting that 10% decrease in movement speed. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.